start off with Scapular D1. All right, so we want to introduce ourselves. My name is James Dye. I'm a student physical therapist assistant at Baltimore City Community College. How are you? All right, so we're going to introduce ourselves. Today what we want to do is some PNF. PNF is proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. And what that is a way that we can cause some movement in your arm, in your legs, whatever we're going to work on to, I don't want to use the word facilitate, to hasten or make better some of those movement patterns so you can get a little stronger, all right? Or so that we can get more range of motion, all right? But before I do that, I want to kind of show you what we're going to do first for your shoulder blade area. We call this the scapula. Now, we really want to focus more so on your shoulder or your arm, but before we get to the arm, we want to work on this area to make sure that this is nice and mobile before we work on your shoulder or your whole arm entirely. So, the first thing we want to work on is something called D1 or scapula D1, diagonal one. So I want you to bring your shoulder towards your nose and then back towards me, because I'll be standing behind you, and I'll say back towards me. That will be the pattern. All right, now, we're just going to go right by the checklist here. Positioning, patient is going to be sideline, and you're going to be behind. All right, so I need you to face that window. I want you to put your head right here at this end so you can step down there. I want you to lay on your side, facing the window there. And we're going to put this pillow right between your legs. Good. And there's this sheet right over top. You comfortable? You need another pillow? You okay? I'm good. All right, good. Now, it says PTA position. I'm in the back. Manual contacts. Now, before I actually do the manual contacts, I want to make sure that she knows passively what to do. All right? So, I want you to bring, and I'm going to do it now so I can show you what I want you to do, is your shoulder's going to come towards your nose, and then your shoulder's going to come back towards me. Your shoulder's going to go towards your nose, and your shoulder's going to come back towards me. All right? Got that? All right, so my manual contacts will use the lumbrical grip. All right? Now, if she's going towards her nose, I need to give proprioception for that. So I want to put my manual contacts here. All right? I'm also facing the head. If I was doing D2, I would be facing the feet. All right, so one head, 2 feet. All right, so I'm here. What I don't want to be is here. All right, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. So get the palm off the patient. All right. All right, so I want you to pull your shoulder towards your nose. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, and then push back towards me. Now, I haven't done the quick stretch yet because I want to make sure that they get the concept. First way of getting the concept is passive. Next way of getting the concept is making sure we put the position of the hands in place and then have them move. After they get that, then we can add the quick stretch. All right? So she knows passively. She knows by proprioception where she should go. Go towards your nose, push back towards your feet. All right? And one thing we don't want to do is this. All right? We want to move one at a time.
Okay.
Yes.
When you were just having her move for the first time and your hands are placed there, are you performing the max?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
still training. I'm still training and teaching. All right, because I want her to know exactly what to do, and I want her to know where my hands are going to be. All right. Now, what I'm going to do now is I want you to pull up towards your nose the best you can. All right. And I'm going to give some resistance. I'm going to give quite a bit of resistance, but I want to make sure that you can still make it through the full range going this way and going this way. I'm also going to give a slight stretch coming back towards me as you're pulling towards your nose. But your only goal is to go towards your nose when I ask you to do that, and then back towards me when I ask you to do that. Okay? All right. So I want you to pull your shoulder towards your nose. And sometimes it doesn't happen the first time because they're still getting used to, so it's a little jerky until we actually get the process down. All right? So pull your shoulder towards your nose. Good. And push back towards me. Good. And pull your shoulder towards your nose. Good. And push back towards me. Good. Pull your shoulder towards your nose. Good. And push back towards me. Good. Pull your shoulder towards your nose. Good. And push back towards me. Good. Now, over time, we can speed that up to get a little closer to the slow reversal where there's not quite much relaxation in between. All right? So we did the quick stretch, we did the verbal commands. If we need to go do something else, we can do that. So what we want to do is, let's get the chairs and the stools up here. Any books and things that you have, we can get that on the counter. And then I need you to grab a sheet from the bottom, some pillows from the counter,